Hi, good afternoon, guys. We have on panel right now Mr. Ian Pereira, photographer for since 1984, and lifestyle architectural photographer around in India as well. Obviously, uh, that's, that's how I know Ian very well. On the other side, we have Kailash Parekh. He has a course in Dubai where he sells camera equipment as well. He's been in the industry since 1964 with his father, Mr. Ramesh Uparal. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kailash.
Correct.
And you guys used to have a store in Mumbai itself at that time.
Correct. Good afternoon, everybody.
Hi, good afternoon, guys.
Hi.
So, Ian, the reason to do, first of all, thank you very much for taking your time out. I really appreciate this. We all have time right now, but again, time is very precious for everybody too. So I appreciate you bringing your time out to discuss this important topic. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the industry would like to hear what your take is and what do you see going forward with the photography side of the business as well. So, Ian, let's just talk on a general terms. What's happened on a day-to-day life. We'll talk about business later on, but how is it affecting you on a personal daily life?
No, daily life means, I'm at home. I've not stepped out of the front door since 22nd of March because, one reason is I'm 60 plus, so I don't want to endanger my life. And my parents also, we brought them here with me. So not to keep them in danger, so I don't go out. My wife is younger, so she goes once a week, gets whatever she has to get. But then I've got to pitch in with the housework, so I'm doing the, sweeping, swabbing the house, washing the vessels, all that I have to do because I can't expect her to do everything.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm doing. So it's okay. It keeps me fit also. Keep me doing some exercise and keeps my mind occupied.
That's great.
So I get up in the morning. The first thing I do is I download 5 newspapers on my phone and send it to lots of groups. So lots of people are waiting at 8 o'clock in the morning for me to send the newspaper. I send 5 newspapers every morning to all this. So I think about 200 people must be getting my newspapers, and they're very happy. And they further send it on to some other people.
So you're the official
newspaper delivery man.
Yeah.
Right now.
And
I get it around 9, 9, 10 from my groups. Probably it's yes.
If you want to send it to 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So that's how it is.
Yeah. So you pass your reading time to newspaper and see what's going on.
Read the paper, then do the housework, then have lunch, and then just generally browse the computer. Then at 7 o'clock, we sit and watch a movie. My parents, myself, my wife, we sit and watch a movie every day for 2 hours. So that's how we pass time.
So there's a routine, a pattern of routine. And you
sort of.
So you suggest a pattern of routine for people who's going through this help or pattern of routine of what they want to do exactly on the day?
Yeah, some sort of thread should be there. Otherwise, you can keep your mind occupied.
Yeah.
The basic thing is first not to feel sorry for yourself. Everybody's in the soup. Everybody's stuck at home. So there's no choice. So might as well enjoy the enforced break, rather than mope that this is not happening. I can't go. Just make, just give in and say, okay, this is my life and let me live it like this till the problem is solved.
Yeah. That's a positive way to look at it. That's great. Again. Kailash, how about you? What's your personal thing? What are you going for?
See, as a businessman, I've been working since the age of 13, 14. And I'm now 39 almost.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time that after my school, I've had this kind of a break, first of all. It's like a summer vacation at this age now for us from school, how we used to get a holiday.
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, the first few days was okay that, you're liking it, you're a little rest, you're taking your step back and relaxing it out. But suddenly there is this feeling that the movements have stopped.
Yeah.
There's, be it your basic movements, be it your emergency situations, be it your social life, be it your business emergency travels, your even for stepping out to buy your commodities is like as if you're going out and your wife is looking at you like, oh God, you're going out. You're going to come back. You're first going to go to the washroom, have a shower, and then come out.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a fear in the people, which is very normal.
Yeah.
And I guess till this epidemic comes under control, this is going to be the situation for a long time. We don't see a situation coming up where we can comfortably move out of the house or would prefer our children, our families, our parents to go out.
Yeah.
That fear is going to be there for a long time.
Very true, absolutely. And that's what we've been seeing, the same information from a lot of people, that even if things go back to a little bit of normalcy, we don't know when that would be, they are still going to take some step back of actually coming out in public in totality, because the fear of reinfection or the fear of,
the second cycle
could happen again. So a lot of people are going to, and like you said, a lot of people are thinking this is now a new normal life. So, and how Ian said, let's accept it rather than crib over it. So thanks for sharing your personal things. And now the main reason we are trying to do this conversation between us is, how is it going to affect the photography side of the business? I would like you to talk about, in general, how does it affect your personal photography business, and B, in general, totality of the entire photography business, and third, do you see any sort of solutions which you can offer to your fellow colleagues in the industry, what they should do? So Ian, let's start with you with point A. How does it, I'm sure everybody's locked down, so there's no money coming in, there's no work coming in, but what do you think can happen on your side?
Well, firstly, I mean, there's no choice. There's no photography going to have happening. Yeah. In any case, before this happened, the economy was down. So in any case, the volume of work was less because people had less money to spend on marketing and advertising, and therefore photography. So while video photography was doing well because people needed to put video and it became the new in thing, still photography taken a back seat. Now with this, it's going to become even worse because budgets are going to be less. I mean, the big clients, of course, it makes no difference to them, like Tatas and Birlas and all, but it's MSCs and all, which, have got tight budgets, who were stingy in the first place are going to become more stingy. And so it's going to be more difficult for photographers in general.
Yeah. So even after the lockdown opens up, you're expecting a lot of SMEs would not be spending money on advertisements on photography. They'll probably keep going on their old stock, use their old stock, because if they don't see revenues coming in, probably photography is the last thing they would want to spend money on.
Correct.
Yeah.
Any non-essential, they will think twice before that.
Do you think after the lockdown it will take a couple of months' time? Because I think for jewelry business, which is a part of your major income, I guess, they're going to be seeing a slack of sales right there in the jewelry market, right? So it's a luxury market. So you'll see your customers slashing those as well, right?
Yeah, that'll happen because, I mean, obviously the jewelry exports, the jewelry sales are going to be less because the demand will be less. So it'll affect the photography as well.
How about you, Kailash? We'll still take to point A. Since the photographers are not going to make money, they probably won't be buying equipment, right? So
see, it's a big cycle. Okay, it's just not about the photographers here. The first thing is your manufacturing is not online.
Yeah.
The second thing is your imports are hampered. Being from this business, your entire photography material, maybe 95% of it is all imported into India. And most of it now being your accessories, being your lights, being your tripods are all from China. Most of it, I would say. Even the big brands have their outlets in Thailand, China, Malaysia. So these are the countries which are actually manufacturing for the brands now.
Yeah.
And China being the hub. So the first thing is that shipments from China have already stopped since a long time. So accessory supplies have drastically dropped. Cameras are yet there in the market. The brands are yet holding cameras. But the immediate problem that's going to occur is once the business starts also, for the next few months, you're not going to see supplies on time first. And your distribution is going to get affected. Okay, the guy who's holding the stocks now is going to sell off his stock eventually at a higher price. So you're going to see an increase in pricing because of the shortfall that is going to be created. And the demand is going to increase for the future, maybe 4-5 months till the stocks are streamlined. Your retail stores, which have been catering to the high-end equipments that have been selling in the market, your mirrorless DSLR cameras, the high-end ones, not the entry-level ones. Your Canon 5D series, your Nikon D850, Z series are such products that are sold across the retail shelf or through a store where you know the seller, where you have your relation with the seller. It's the traditional way of selling your product in the market as yet. That product line has not yet reached the online platform because it has a specific user and a specific product that you're selling. And in this, when you sell a DSLR camera, it's just not the camera that you're selling. You're selling a bundle of products with it, be it your flash gun, be it your studio lights, be it your lenses, be it your filters, be it your camera bag. So it's like a combo. It's just not one product that goes out. And as a store, as a retail store, there is going to be a major challenge to get back the customer into the store because that fear, as he said, is going to be there for the people to travel to Mumbai. And Mumbai does not only cater to its local public. We can deliver to you in Mumbai. You're sitting at home, you will call us, we will send the stocks across to you probably at Powai, Bandra, Khar, Santa Cruz, maybe Thane is all possible. But what about the guys who are budding photographers, who are YouTubers, who are these, you know, small time guys from the rural areas who have suddenly popped up as some TikTok star or some YouTube channel guy? How are you going to cater to them? How are you going to supply equipments to them? Because their city also has just probably 3 stores, 4 stores, which again the supplies are made through Bombay. So your distribution is totally hampered. Your manufacturing is totally hampered. Your imports is totally hampered. So it's definitely even going to affect your retail. And in this scenario, seeing the shortage as the supplies of equipments, there is going to be an advantage that the retailer or the distributor is going to take. All the schemes will be withdrawn, all your incentives would be withdrawn. So I see a price also as a point which is going to, you know, hamper the sales because prices will increase.
You're hitting a very good point, Kailash, and sorry to stop you over there. And that's what my next question would be. Would you start giving deals, attractions to your new customers or old customers once so-called the lockdown is lowered to attract the customer back into the system? Ian and Kailash, do you think that would be a way of advantage? That even if there is, you say, okay, my daily charge is this, or my equipment cost is this, or would you want Kailash camera manufacturers to reduce their cost so that eventually you could sell it at a lower price to the buyer, which will still make it attractive for the person to do business? Yeah, Ian, for you.
First of all, I would think, we'd have to give some discount because, I mean, everyone's in a soup. So if the client wants or the client requests or whatever, it will make sense to give some kind of rebate. But not that much, but some rebate will have to be given to give them incentive to come and shoot.
How about you, Kailash?
See, honestly speaking, in business, your supplier, your manufacturer, and the retailer are interconnected. If the main manufacturer does not pass on the benefit or is forced to increase the price, seeing the situation of his factory or the currency you would not be in the right frame to answer that question immediately until things are normalized.
Yeah.
Because if the supply is not going to be channelized properly, the pricing is always going to be haphazard.
Yeah.
So there are certain products in our industry which have always been in a short supply in some models, and which always rule a higher price or sell at a higher price as compared to the MRP. Also, maybe on some products it's sold on MRP because there is a shortage.
Yeah.
So in the future times, I see there will be schemes coming in. It's not that companies will stop selling, companies will not want to sell their product. It's not like that. Companies also would be equally hungry to sell their product because they have lost 3 months or 4 months of business already.
Yeah.
Being China one of their largest markets, being Europe one of their largest markets, there is going to be a dumping of stocks probably in the other markets which are going to open faster and get back to normal situation. So assuming that if the stocks are supplied, yes, there will be schemes. The brands have already tied up with Bajaj Finance, HDFC Finance. So if photographers are given interest-free loan, which was already provided at a longer tenure, now it was like 8 months, 12 months. So if this tenure is increased to 18 months, 24 months, 36 months, I think it will be easier for the trade to bounce back, is what I suggest.
But don't you think where a lot of photographers would say, well, I will not go and buy anything new right now till the time I see a complete normalcy coming in? Probably, Ian, would you be able to answer that? If you don't see any business coming in, would you go and buy new equipments now?
Yeah, that's the whole problem.
Yeah.
You need, when I started my career, that time that was like, say, in the 1980s.
Yeah.
If I wanted some lens or camera, I bought it because I knew X amount of work would keep coming in.
Yeah.
But for the last 10, 15 years, you don't know when the next job is coming. Coming in. So you have to get the money or save the money or take a loan to buy the equipment.
Yeah.
So people who have got existing cameras may not upgrade. People who need to buy a new camera because they're starting up or they will buy. They will have no choice but to buy a camera.
And you see this happening for at least 6 months, even after the normalcy, right?
Yeah. I found this. I don't know whether Kailash has found, but in the last few years, of course, amateurs also. He's lucky in the sense, not more, but quite a few amateurs or serious amateurs are buying equipment from him. Not necessarily professionals. So he's got a wider market.
Yeah.
People coming to me are only certain agencies or certain jewelers or certain people who want photography done or certain manufacturers. So, lots of amateurs may buy cameras,
And in terms of, is there an organization which represents the photography market to the government?
No, there is, but not that strong. And I don't think the government's going to take any notice. They've got other priorities.
Yeah.
So.
No, in terms of incentivizing the entire industry, we've seen in America and Europe, they have these strong photography and creative bodies, which they've already asked for some discounted rates, loans for photographers, and whoever is part of the industry, creative industry, to give these loans at a much lower rate so that they can bounce back. And this was actually helped by their organization to go and put it up to the Congress in America. And they were able to put that loan in between. Okay, for this creative industry, we have kept this loan aside. You have to apply for it. You'll get it at half the rate what you're getting. There's no industry like that in India, right? Which can go and...
No, we got association, but I don't think they're strong enough. And I don't think it's a priority for the government,
Yeah.
Because I think...
What do you think? What do you think the exact amount of, not the exact, maybe the appropriate amount of photographers, right from professionals to semi-professionals? I would not count amateurs over here. Number of people getting affected right away in the industry right now, all over India.
I don't know. I can't put a figure to it, but there'll be lots of people who are affected. Because besides the, professional photography market like mine, there's also a wedding market, which is very, very huge market. So they are going to suffer because the budgets will go down. where for a wedding they use 5 photographers and video with this and that. That'll all cut down. They'll be scaling down. It'll all have a ripple effect. That's my take on it.
Yeah, very true. I've actually spoken to one of the wedding photographers in the morning, and he said he's already seen 3 cancellations of weddings right away. They're probably going to do a wedding at home kind of a scenario if possible. Money, so you're absolutely bang on that thing. People are just going to cut whatever that luxury they think. They might have one photographer taking care of the entire home whenever that normalcy comes into place as well. Yeah. Kailash, any other points you think the government should do in your case to help you guys out? Because you're part of the trade organization, you're part of the commerce.
See, the first thing that the government has to help all the industries, including our industry, the photography industry, is to give some kind of waiver to file your returns. Probably June also would be too early to bounce back, I feel. They have given an extension up to June, but I don't see that really happening, because once you get back, you're not just going to first go and only look after your paperwork, right? There are many other things that the store or the owner or the business guy is going to look after. It's not only going to be filing your GST returns, filing your income tax returns. I think there must be some kind of waiver that has to be given on that. There has to be some kind of term where they give you a stretch in payments also related to your statutory dues in future. Since the stocks have been lying, there is no sale from like now almost a month. So what do you expect the retailer or the distributor or the company to do?
Yeah.
So that's one point that would be very important and crucial now. Extension of the filing dates, extension of paying your GST amounts, your income tax.
That's beyond the June what you're expecting. And
I think it should go at least to August. I don't see it happening by June. I think some kind of normal business, some kind of normal activities would start only post probably mid-July or August, not before that.
Yeah, the reason...
Other than that...
Sorry. Go ahead.
Other than that, I think, see, every businessman, every company has got a fixed cost where it comes to your salaries, where it comes to your electricity, where it comes to your, fixed...
Your insurances and all that stuff.
Insurances. There has to be some kind of reduction or some kind of waiver or some kind of extension period to pay up these dues. As we've shut down in March, there was an immediate shutdown where you didn't have time to even wind up things. People have left and have not gone back to the office probably for 1 month, or 1 or 2 people have been able to go back to the office, put off your electronics there, wind up a few things and come back. Now, for a small businessman, it's easy to wind up things and close things and come. But what about the guys who are having multiple outlets, 30 outlets, 60 outlets, 90 outlets, 100 outlets? What about the LFRs who are also selling camera equipment? What about the larger guys? In the camera industry, we have guys who have 40 outlets, who have 50 outlets. They are having a team of 500, 400 people working with them. So their cost is definitely higher than a guy who's having 2 shops, 1 shop, or probably a self-run shop. Most of the stores across India are self-run. The old stores. So their cost and the cost of these stores are totally different of running the business. So how do you justify that?
No, so in that case, when the government has given a blanket information about the delayed of payments and still wanting business owners to pay the salaries of, it's a request, it's not a mandate given by the government, on a humanitarian ground to pay your salaries to your employees. But, I'm sure, Ian, you also have some staff in place. You could probably make a couple of months of payments here and there for them. But if there is no income coming for you, what kind of incentive do you expect you should get from the government since you've been a very loyal paying taxpayer for years, what do you expect the government should do in a particular situation like this?
I frankly don't think the government is going to do anything. They're even saying the moratorium, and your moratorium is only on the payment, but the interest you have to pay. A credit card also, they say moratorium. But the moratorium is only on the payment, but you still got to pay interest.
Yeah.
So basically, I mean, it means nothing.
Yeah.
That, I mean, it's okay, but it's just a drop. But I mean, yeah, small companies will have to struggle to pay the interest, but the bigger ones, I mean, pay salary. Sorry, but the bigger ones will have to pay. They will pay because they'll have to cut down somewhere. I mean, if you look at it from a humanitarian point of view, I mean, you got to pay them somehow. Because get the money from somewhere and pay them, because I mean, they are living on that wage. They're surviving per month on that wage. I mean, we have many other luxuries we can cut down on, but for them, that wage, that salary is like very important. They got no other choice.
Very true. They have no other option as well. How about you, Kailash? What do you think about, you run a couple of large stores, so you got quite a bit of staff. What's your staff strength right now?
I have approximately 12 people now with me.
Mm-hmm.
Since the last few months, our main road stores, we've reduced the manpower because of the metro work that has been going on.
Yes, I'm aware.
And there has been some structural interior work that has been going on due to the metro work also at our store end. So we've not got a large team now. We had around 35 people approximately with us. Now we are with only 12 people.
Yeah.
But yes, the staff is surviving on what you provide them. You're giving them a salary of 15,000, 20,000, 25,000. So you cannot stop that. I think that is something that is going to be totally inhuman.
Yeah.
Because they have a limited capital. They are basically surviving with what they are getting. Some of them are here from their villages, staying on rent. The landlords are not going to let go of their rents. They are going to give them a breathing space, but in future, you have to pay the rent.
Yeah.
Your credit cards, again, they are not going to waive off your dues. They are going to give you some time to pay your dues, but eventually, you are going to pay your dues. So yes, this is going to be a big task. For those who have a larger team, maybe 500, 400 people working with them, I think those people are the people who are going to be majorly affected from our industry, from the photography industry.
Yeah.
Because you see a complete zero sale now.
Yeah.
You're seeing literally no sales happening in the camera front, lenses front, accessory front, because everything is shut. Not only is your retail shut, your wholesale is shut, your distribution is shut, your online sales are shut. So how do you generate?
All your incomes are blocked completely.
All your incomes are blocked.
But your expenses are still on. Your expenses are
still on. Right? The meter is yet on.
Yeah, the meter is on. A lot of people are still on rent. They are paying rent, and like you said, the landlords may not forego. They may give you a time to pay, but they may not forego the entire thing as well. So a lot of people will use that force majeure clause in that rental agreements to kind of not pay, defer the payments a little longer and all that stuff as well. Hopefully the things will turn around sooner than. When do you expect, now let's just talk about general point of view. When do you expect any kind of relief? You do a lot of reading as well, Ian and Kailash. I have done some reading and I keep hearing that till the time the vaccine don't come out, we are not in the safe zone at all.
Honestly, it's too early to say what's the next step. Let's be very honest. As you don't know whether the lockdown is going to open or there is going to be a further extension. And as of now, as it is, you're just down to your basic commodities. The businesses that are only running is your food. That also you're cooking most of your food at home. Yeah. You would not venture out going out to any restaurant, food coming home and being delivered also to you. So there is a situation where you cannot really predict what next.
Yeah.
And then you hear some other news coming in that, okay, so-and-so bank has this issue, this has that issue. So eventually, even the economic situation is going to worsen and people are going to fear keeping their money in their bank. So there is going to be a situation of panic, and I don't see 2020 really looking positive for a businessman at least. It may be good for those who are holding back funds, who may invest in the equity market or who may invest in some metal and probably safeguard their funds rather than keeping it idle.
How about you, Ian? What do you think? We keep hearing about these vaccines coming out within 17, 18 months.
No. See, I read somewhere also that more and more people have to get the virus.
Yeah.
At least 60% of the population have to get the virus, and then there'll be herd immunity where the virus can't spread anymore. That's what it says. Now, who knows? Some countries have, opened up, and again the cases have gone up.
Yeah.
Now they're planning tomorrow to start opening in Mumbai, but what's opening, what's not opening, who can go out, who cannot go out, and of course you got a lot of brainless people who have been trying to break the law. Someone trying to smuggle their maids into the house, someone going, excuse, I'm going to get medicine, but going for a drive somewhere, or someone, going for a wedding or getting married. All sorts of people are breaking the rules. So who's got the virus, who's not got the virus, we don't know. And I frankly think the opening tomorrow is too early to open. They should have kept it going for some more time. But one never knows. They might have a second wave for this.
Yeah.
We've been lucky. So far, Mumbai has been lucky. India has been lucky compared to other countries because we've got so many illnesses and our immunity is so high because there's so much illness in the air that we are our immunity is quite high. So, and then some say we had BCG when we were young, so that is another safeguard. So who knows? But I don't see things getting better for at least this year. I don't think things will get better. It will be a drag to get back into the routine.
Yeah, it will take a drag. Yeah. Well, I spoke to one of the pharmaceutical owner, and he said, like you said, the BCG as well as malarial drugs, which were given to us in our childhood, could be part of the so-called, like you said, helping the immunity up and fighting the so-called virus right now. That's the reason you don't see those cases. But again, the question we have only a few minutes left now. The question comes again that the PM advised to close for another 2.5 weeks, seeing at 10 or 12,000 numbers. And now after every 7 or 8 days, I think in India right now we are 16 or 17,000 infected. So if on May 3rd it becomes 50,000 people infected, would he still not open? This continuity will keep going on, right? When does that one person take a call saying, okay, after 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs people or 20 lakhs people, we have to take a call to open up the economy, right? That's a big question for everybody. That at 2,000 you're deciding to close the economy. At 15,000 you're deciding to close the economy. So if it reaches 5 lakhs, are you not going to close the economy? You're going to keep.
There are two schools of thought. One school of thought is people are dying anyway. In fact, in a day, people are dying of diarrhea, TB, malaria, motorbike accidents, cancer.
That has gone down. That has gone down because of the last 3-4 weeks.
No, but under normal circumstances. So what is corona? Many people die of flu in a year in America. So corona is no different. Of course, corona is affecting the richer people, so that's why the big publicity. Otherwise, if it was only the poorer people, like malnutrition is killing people daily, but you don't get such a big noise about it. So I feel that there are two coins. There's some let's open the economy, like Trump is saying let's open the economy. Some are saying let's open the economy in India. So they're caught between two stools. So I don't know, which is less of the two evils. Everyone says as long as somebody else is dying, it's okay. If your own family members dying, it's a different story.
Exactly. So the numbers are 3.7% people die around the world with coronavirus infected. So like Trump said, is the cure cannot be worse than the disease, right? So it's one of those things where who takes that call? And looking at this current government, they're trying to have a staggered opening, which we don't know whether it will be a success or not. Only time can tell, I guess. And Ian, what you said is right. If this was only a poor people's case, probably people would have opened it right away.
Correct.
It's not spreading to everybody. Any other points you would like to add regarding your own businesses or the industry? I'd like to do a closing over here. Kailash, anything else you'd like to add?
See, the numbers that we are talking about, as of now, we are looking at around 16,000 people. We are looking at around 525 people who've lost lives.
Yeah.
The shocking thing that I have been hearing is that we don't have testing kits. The hospitals are not testing people. They are going there with symptoms. They are being sent back just with basic medicines.
Yeah.
Our government is exporting the HCQ drug, which is so-called one of the treatments for this disease. And there is a shortage of that drug in India also, as of today. If you go to a regular chemist and ask for an HCQ 200, which a lot of people have been taking even for their arthritis, for their cancer diseases, they are not getting the drugs on time. So that is one point. The second thing is the numbers, what are being told, are being only reported and are being tested. You don't know what are the numbers. There is no sure count. The slums have already been affected in Mumbai, which is Dharavi, Mankund, your Worli, Koliwara. So all these places are like nuclear bombs on this disease. They are not time bombs or some atom bombs. They are like nuclear bombs just waiting to explode. The day this explodes, you're looking at probably lakhs of people who already may have a symptom of this disease, whose immunity power is strong, who has recovered. And there is no guarantee that if you've got coronavirus once, you cannot have it the second time. You may even get it the second time. Then what? It's not some chicken pox or some smallpox that you've got it once, you're not going to get it back again.
Unprecedented times. We never expected such times in our lifetime. We've heard about the Spanish flu. We've heard about a couple of other things as well. But this is way beyond anybody's imagination and preparedness as well. We can all hope, I guess, to live a proper life wherever we are quarantined as well. Anything else, Ian, you'd like to add?
No. Only thing I don't know, as you said, I don't know whether the figures are correct. We know that this government has been fudging figures about the economy and how well the economy is doing. And so here the reverse fudging, maybe not showing how bad the disease is. That's my take. They're not showing really how bad the disease is to portray a good image that, we are under control. So maybe right. I hope they're right, but I don't have my doubts.
Yeah, I hope so too. But you never know what the real numbers are in India anyways, always. All the governments generally fudge everything. But, I appreciate your time. Thank you. I would love to do another call with you guys once situation changes a little bit. I hope you guys are okay with that. And thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. And if I have any other questions, I'll send you guys a question. We can probably do another call in next time or so.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Avinash.
Okay.
Thanks, Ian. Thanks, Kailash. Have a good day.
Thank you, Ian.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.